wants to say, hey, all good to go. Great games that we had today. Some more disappointing, but as this is kind of how life goes through, right? Let's have a moment to tease next week's games, because we got Rogue VP, Empire Vitality, Train Hard BDS, Kovana G2, and Secret Na'Vi. And I'm just gonna throw it on each one of you here. First of all, Rogue VP. What do you think?
Rogue got points today. Rogue found success today after a long time. It's going to be a nice week for them in some regards, in that they can go into practice with their heads held up, but that next showdown isn't going to be easy. Virtus Pro want blood and want to climb the board, so it's going to be a long way.
So for game 2, Empire versus Vitality. Ace, what do you think?
Well, it's going to be the battle of the bottom at the minute. Both of these teams could probably feel hard done by being sat at the bottom. They've had opportunities to take points. Empire close against VP, and Vitality have struggled against BDS, but again got very, very close. So they are both going to be desperate to pick up 3 points. They don't want it to go to overtime. They want to get a nice leapfrog up the table, because the thing is, there are 7 play days left to go, and whilst right now that's quite a lot, they slip away very, very quickly, so they don't want to lose pace with the leading pack.
From double bottom to a bottom and a top, it's Train Hard and BDS. Des, what do you think?
Oh, the French showdown. That is a game to watch. I think it's going to be really exciting, given, looking at players like Noera on Train Hard, for example. There was an interview we did back in December with Faceit where he said something to the effect of, players like Alem and Shaiko have been my mentors for the longest time. They taught me so much about the game, and the French community is so tight-knit. This is like a really good rivalry between a whole group of friends coming to a head. The experience, like world-beating titans of BDS against the new upcomers who are still finding their way in Train Hard. What a game that's going to be.
Let's just put it into football terms for everybody watching out there that might be more familiar with that. This is like your Paris Saint-Germain with BDS playing against FC Lens as Train Hard. There's a lot to look into. Some upset is definitely possible. After that, Kovana versus G2. Hap, what do you think?
I'm urged to go for G2. They looked a lot better today. The question is, of course, are they going to be able to keep that up, and are they going to be playing Consulate again? Because the Consulate today looked a lot better than the Consulate we had last time around. However, Kovana also, they do quite well. So I think it's going to be a close one, actually.
All right, and then finally, Secret versus Na'Vi. Ace, since you're a newcomer, I'm just going to give it to you. Please, fill me in.
Na'Vi, all day long. If they play like they have done today in Playday 1, and that's no comment on Team Secret. I think Team Secret have gone very well so far. I've been very impressed with them, and I think there's certainly more good things to see out of Team Secret. The new players are fitting in very well. What they're doing is obviously working. But if Na'Vi play like that, anybody in the league is going to struggle to beat them. They were fantastic.
Agreed.
All right, well, hopefully so. Hopefully we get more exciting games here in EU League, as is tradition. That is, remind you, Rogue versus VP, Empire Vitality, Train Hard BDS, Kovana G2, and Secret Na'Vi. That is next Monday, same time as today. That's when you can expect EU League to be back every single week.
We've seen so much creativity and inventiveness in the region, in my mind, where it became a case of, how do we deal with the insanity that plays out of the SSG roam that was it for the longest time? And even the lowest pick team at the time called Sixth Pick had a way to deal with it. It was fantastic. And looking down these teams now, straight away, I'm looking at teams like High Coast Esports with Dogfather, Headshot, Wioza. We've seen these boys in Challenger League before. You look up to Granite Gaming again. Yeah, absolutely. Harness as well, we've seen him playing a good time before. Jinxed Owl's been there for the longest time. Chaos in the top left, and Ambush, who got picked up last year by the organisation, have also had a wonderful time. Roadrunner, I think, I recognise as a player that was on Sixth Pick for a while as well. So there's a lot of players that kind of hang around in the scene, but really glad to see new faces stepping up as well. First games that you've got on here, the one to watch for me is absolutely got to be Chaos versus Granite at the very bottom. That has forever been the rivalry in that region. It is going to be absolutely massive, so fully recommend you tune into that one.
Now remember, that is March 24th. So let's pull up those graphics again and have a chat about RML, because firstly, their logo is absolutely beautiful, and as someone whose partner is of Russian origins, she looked back on this and said, yes, this is beautiful. It's real. I dig it. And look at the games that you can expect, Hap.
Yeah, definitely. Some games that are being highlighted here is Virtus.pro versus Empire. That will be on day 2, March 25th. Of course, we've already seen it happen in EUL, and these are basically the 2 top dog teams in RML, right? Those are the teams that are always fighting for that win. And then shortly after, you have 43 RTI. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but that's at least the org name. Previously known as Winstrike, also in Challenger League. Those are normally dominating the 3rd place. And well, after that, it's going to be one big question mark. Who is going to be going up for that 4th place? Are there even going to be bigger upsets about Empire and, well, maybe Virtus.pro being taken down by any of these teams? There's a lot of possibility.